Hey everybody, it's me, Josh, with Hope. Tonight I am asking for Charlie Kirk. Charlie was a 31-year-old right-wing political activist and podcaster. He was very popular amongst the right conservatives. He was assassinated at a Utah university. This is not a political channel. This is not a political video. I am not taking a stance either way. People, I think, have tried to figure out my leanings, and I say the same thing every time someone asks me, that I choose love. So you can figure out where I stand when it comes to that. I am tolerant of all people. I care about all people. I'm far from perfect. I don't claim to be. And I can tell you right now that regardless of which side of the aisle you stand on, there are lunatics on both sides. There are people that feel violence is the way to deal with people that don't agree with them and their beliefs, and that's on both sides. And nobody should be killed for their beliefs, whether people agree with them or not. There's freedom of speech in this country, and there's plenty of times that we hear things that we don't agree with, and they should be allowed to express their opinions. So I am acting as a neutral party here, and I would like to give Charlie his own voice, and I'll explain that briefly. My concern for me is always trying to improve who I am. I am an imperfect being. I can be selfish. I can be self-centered. I can be judgmental. And it's my job to work on me and take responsibility for me. And that's the only way that I can improve in the world. I can do my part by working on myself. And so that is my stance. Okay? So I do not want to see, of course, fighting in the comments. I do not know if Charlie will come through. I see that he had a family, a wife, I think 2 children. And as a father of 3, my heart goes out to him and his family. I am a medium. I've been doing this 13 years. I've done close to, I think, more than 4,000 mediumship readings. I work in the ITC field, and I use advanced methods to communicate with spirit. Everything I do is 100% real. I do not tolerate negativity. I do not tolerate, being attacked. I block and delete that kind of stuff. I make myself and what I do very transparent. I answer skeptics' questions when they're respectful. I get a lot of questions about my process, which I try to explain. And what I do is I am able to use my program, the HSB-PRO. I'm able to use my physical Hope Spirit box and give people back their voices. I use something called the Hope Voice Signature Method. So if I don't have someone's actual voice, I give them a regular human voice with no words in it. If it is someone that I'm able to actually, get their voice, I'm able to take their voice and reverse it, chop it up, and slow it down dramatically, turning it into gibberish. I believe when you're able to give someone back their own voice, it increases the connection. And I think that my sessions over the years have shown that. Do I know that it's definitely Charlie or the person that I'm intending to speak to? No, I don't. Okay? It's very clear that I don't know that. But as a medium, I am connecting with them and then giving them a chance to use the equipment. I don't hear everything in real time, so I have to go back through, but I am listening. People ask, why am I turning the dial? Because that's how this piece of equipment works. I don't have sound constantly coming out of my equipment. I ask a question and then I turn my dial, bleeding some of that wordless gibberish sound through for them to use, and that's why. Some people just don't have any belief in this. I know this is advanced. I know this is ahead of its time, this work. And one day it will become common knowledge that we can speak to the other side. There are still plenty of questions that are unanswered about this. But as a medium and as someone who's been doing this for well over a decade now, and have had verifiable results for many, many years now, I have faith in my connection. I trust in my connection. No, I don't think these are demons coming through. I believe in my higher power, Jesus Christ. I believe in the protection. I believe in the help from my guides. And I have faith in that. And I follow through with what I've learned over the years. So I am going to focus now. I'm going to turn on my Pro. I'm going to run my HSB radio, which is like a traditional spirit box, while I'm connecting. And I'm going to invite Charlie to come through. And then I will give him back his voice to use and see if he has anything that he would like to say. So I am inviting Charlie Kirk to please join me if he would like to. Charlie Kirk, I'm inviting you. I'm going to jump right in, Charlie. What did you experience once you transitioned to the other side? Can you tell us what you experienced? Are you angry in any way? Charlie, are you angry in any way? Afraid missing? Afraid something? I hear the word afraid. Again, I'm calling it out as I hear it. I'll go back and correct it. If I'm wrong, it's okay. This is a process. It's not easy. But I'm going to ask you a couple more in here and I'll switch to the box. Did you experience any pain? It seemed like a very quick hit and, almost loss of consciousness right away. Did you experience any pain once the shot hit you? It hurt? It sounds like it hurt something. I don't know. Are you with others on the other side? Are you with anyone else over there? I don't see anyone else with you. I felt like I saw you come in by yourself. But are you with others on the other side there? Okay, I'm going to try my box here, so hold on. I'm going to switch over. What would you want to say to your family, to your wife? What would you want to say to her? Not that I know she'll see this. I know she's in a great deal of pain, I'm sure, just as anyone would, losing their spouse. What would you want to say to her or to your family? What would you like to say to the people that followed you? The 4 million subscribers you had on your channel, and the other millions of people that would watch you and follow your work, what would you like to say to them? Are you okay where you are? Are you okay in how you feel? Again, I would like to ask you, I would ask this to a Democrat. If they were, strong in their beliefs, I would ask the same question. Do you still feel the same way? Do you still feel that the arguments that you made in support of your beliefs, do you still feel that same way now being on the other side? Something. What do you think about me asking for you? What do you think about this work right now that we're doing here? A few months ago, a couple of Democrats in Minnesota were killed. Children die all the time in this country because of gun violence at schools. There's this quote circulating around about you in 2023 saying that, a few deaths every year because of gun violence is necessary in order to protect the Second Amendment, protect our freedoms. Do you still feel that way, being that you were a victim of gun violence? When I saw what happened today, people are on the right, they're angry. People on the left have an I told you so mentality. What we say can have consequences, but again, as I state, no one deserves to die because of their beliefs. And in this country, we have freedom of speech, and you should be allowed to share your beliefs regardless of who agrees with them or not. So again, I saw a wife and children without a father, and that was hard to see. Are you going to be around your family? Let me ask you a question. Have you seen God or Jesus Christ? Have you had any kind of divine experience since being over there? When I say a prayer for you, will you join me in a prayer? Did you ever think anything like this would ever happen or could happen? I mean, I'm sure you receive threats all the time online. A lot of people in this country dying from gun violence. Do I believe people should be able to own a gun? Of course I do. They have a right to defend themselves. But I personally believe that there should be common sense gun laws. But did you ever think that there would be anything like this that could happen? You know, I send you brotherly love and light. I offer my empathy and compassion for the situation that you're in. I personally don't think empathy is a weakness. I think it is something that more people should have. I don't believe we are meant to be doormats and let people walk all over us, and I think that we should stand up for what we believe in. But I think we should care about people. I think we should care about people that don't look like us and that we don't understand. And I think that's important. I think it's important to have an inclusivity and try to understand more. And so with that, I'm trying to understand more of where you're coming from, and and I care from one soul to the next. I'm just letting you know I'm sending you love and light to you and your family, and my hope and prayer is that you will continue on in your journey on the other side and get stronger in areas that you needed to be stronger in, and continue to shape the person, the soul that you are. All right? Okay. Well, I am going to shut this all down. I am going to pray for you. I'm going to stand and pray. And I'm going to offer my prayers, my petition to God that you are okay and taken care of. And I'm not saying that my prayers are going to make a difference, that you need them. You may not need them. And but I offer them anyway to everyone I ask for. So I just want you to know that, all right? And I invite you to stand with me and pray together, okay? Yes. All right. Well, thank you, Charlie. And I will be grateful to share this with the people that follow this work that I do, and people that want to hear from you, okay? Okay. All right, I'm going to shut this down. Charlie, hang with me another moment or two. For all of you that are watching, like I do in the end of every video, first I always say, I thank you all for following this work and trusting me to make these connections and to share it with you. It's a very vulnerable process, and it's not easy to do this and to share it. And as I suggest in every one of my sessions, whether it's a well-known person or a high-profile case, true crime, missing person, celebrity, regardless, it doesn't matter. I encourage you to pray for the person, whether you agreed with Charlie's ideology or you didn't, especially if you didn't. I encourage you to pray for him. What would this world be if we only did good things, only cared about people that agreed with us? I think of the message of Christ, and to try and care about all people And that's what I suggest. So I suggest that you pray for Charlie if you can. I want to thank you all. I love you all. And until next time.